Hello. In this tutorial we will show you how to use the PDF Index Generator software to create an index for your PDF book, step by step. We will create an index for our 350 pages book titled, Free Culture. First thing we did is that we have reviewed our book, and we have collected all the terms that we think the book reader might need to look for inside the book index to reach specific topics within the book. We have collected those terms in a text file, as you can see here. Each entry is written in a separate line. We have indented some terms in our collected list by using the Tab key on the keyboard to define header and subheader words. The program will understand this and will write those indented terms in the final book index as subentries, written under their header words. Let's move to the program. We are now in step 1 of the program. We will start by choosing our PDF book to index. We can click the Browse button to select the PDF file manually from the computer, or we can simply drag and drop the PDF file to the path field, like this. Then we will define the book page numbers through the Advanced Page Numbers link. To understand how the page numbers should be defined right, let's see an example. Here is our book in Adobe Reader. The book has a book cover page, a license restriction page, some title and author pages, and so on. Those are the first 15 pages in our book, and they have Roman page numbers. Then there exists 3 blank pages before the book actual first page appears. Page number 1, which appears in the PDF reader as page number 19. We actually want to index the book, starting from this page. So, what we're going to do, is that we will define the real page numbers to the program, then we will exclude the first 18 pages from the index, as we don't want to index them. Let's move back to the program, and click the Advanced Page Numbers link, to define the book page numbers. This label here will appear in green, if the total number of pages that we have defined here is right, which is 350 pages as in our book. And the label will appear in red, if the total number of pages defined here is wrong. By default the program uses page numbers from 1 to 350. It cannot detect the Roman page numbers automatically, so let's write those page numbers manually. Before page 1, we will write the 15 Roman page numbers. Then we will leave 3 empty lines, for the 3 blank pages in our book. Then we have the main page numbers from 1, till 332. So we will remove the extra numbers here. Since the total number of lines here is 350, the label appears in green, so we are moving right. We will click Save to apply the changes. Now let's specify which pages do we want to index in our book. If we just leave the option Index All Pages chosen, then the program will index the pages from 1 till the end of book. But we don't want to index the first 18 pages, in addition to the acknowledgement pages found at the end of our book. Let's move to our book in Adobe Reader. The acknowledgement section appears in page 349 and 350. So we will also exclude those 2 pages from the index. To do this, we will enable the option Index Specific Pages. The 2 links below this option will become enabled. Click the Exclude Pages link. We will add the range from 1 to 18, to be excluded, and the range from 349 to 350. We will press OK, to apply the changes. Before moving to step 2, we will define our collected list of terms to the program, through the Include Words feature. We will click Tools, Settings. Exclude words. Click the Add Category button. We will rename this category, Free Culture Category. Let's copy our entries from the text file. And we will paste them here. Each entry here should be written in a separate line. Any spaces before or after the entry will be ignored. Click Save, to save the category. Click OK to apply the settings. Click Next to move to step 2. Enable the option Index specific words in the book, to choose the Include category that we have just created to use it. Click the Include Words link. Enable the Free Culture category. Enable the option, Index those words only. This option will force the program to index the selected list of terms only. And ignore any other words in the book. Press OK to save the changes. Click the Exclude Words link. Here you can see that the program comes with a number of exclude lists of words, like adjectives, verbs, and many others, to use them. If any of the terms in the selected exclude lists exist in our book, then those terms will be excluded automatically. You can also create your own exclude lists, if you wish. Let's enable some of those lists, to use them. OK, that will do it. We will enable the option, Exclude plural words. By doing this, if any exclude list has a singular word like car, then the program will also exclude its plural, cars. Click OK to apply the settings. Click the Generate Index button, to start generating our index, for the specified book, using our specified options. OK, done. As you can see, the index generation took only a couple of seconds. Click Done, to move to step 3, then we will start reviewing and modifying the index results. We have many editing options in step 3. We will explain some of the options that we have here. The left-hand sidebar has some buttons to control the appearance of the results table. The table font here is small, so we will click the Zoom In button to enlarge the text. And we will also increase the cell margins in our table, for better visibility. We will click the Auto Fit button, to enlarge the width of the cells, and now we can see all hidden text. That's much better. But it seems that we have some very long index terms here. Having very long terms in the book index is not pleasant, so let's check those terms and modify them. We have two methods to list all those long terms easily, instead of scrolling through all those results. The Search Text field and the Filters button. Let's use the Filters button, to reach those terms. Click the Filters button. And we will filter the terms, by number of letters. We want to check terms having 50 letters or more, so we will write, 50, to, 1000. OK, we have one word only, trade-related aspects, of intellectual property rights, TR-IPS agreement. Having such long word in our index, is not a nice thing, so we will double-click that word to edit it. We will change its title to, TR-IPS agreement. That will do it. Click Apply. The word has disappeared, because it doesn't have more than 50 letters anymore. So we will use the Filters button again, to find our word. Click Filters, and we will filter by edited words this time. Okay, here is our word with its new title. It has a comment, word edited, and the row is colored in green, because we have modified it. Let's show all table words again. Click Filters, Show All. And let's click the Auto Fit button once again. Okay, the table looks better now. Normally the generated index has many duplicated terms. Such terms have the same letters, but different case sensitivity. So we will click on the Merge Duplicates button, to automatically merge those terms. Here is a list of all the duplicates. For example, slavery and slavery. These are two duplicates with different case sensitivity. They will be merged to slavery, a capitalized word. We will click Merge Now, to apply this. We want also to skip words, found more than 100 times in our book, as they are mostly not important. So we will click Filters, and we will filter by word count. We will write from 100 to 1000. All those words have a large count number, as you can see in the count column. We will click Disable All, to disable those words. And now, they will not be written to our book index. You can enable any word once again, by clicking the Show checkbox. Click Filters, Show All, to show all table words once again, in the table. If some of the index terms here are not important, and we want to ignore them in any future index project, then we can simply add them to the Ignore list of the program. For example, let's highlight some terms here, then click the Ignore Words button, found on the toolbar. Those terms will now be ignored in any future index project that we create, if they were found again in any other book. As they are added to an Ignore list, that is automatically excluded, while generating any book index. And of course you can modify that list anytime you wish, by clicking the Edit Ignore List button, found also on the toolbar. We will cancel for now. We also want to disable those highlighted words for the current index, so we will right-click them and choose Disable Words. The right-click menu is just a shortcut for the buttons, found in the toolbar. Both have the same effect. We have a name in our list, Stephanie Barish. Let's search for it. We want to write this name as Barish, Stephanie. To do that, we can manually edit it, or we can click the Format Words button and select Deal as a Name, Format to. That option automatically formats the name, and reverses it as required. There are many other formats here. You can check them if you like. We will click the Reset button, to reset the search, and show all the book words again. Let's see how headers and subheader words work. We will define a word as a header word, and set other words as subheaders for it. Let's search for the term, Universal Music Group. Right-click this term, and set its word type to header word. Now search for the term, Sony Music Entertainment. We will right-click this term, and set its word type to Universal Music Group. Now this term became subheader for the Universal Music Group header word. We can add as many subheader terms for this header word. For example, let's add a new term by clicking the Add Word button found on the toolbar. Word title, BMG Music Entertainment. Count, 1. Pages, 162 to 163. Word type, Universal Music Group. Click OK. Now we have added another term as a subheader for our header word. We can review this header word and its subheaders by filtering the results by header word. Select the Universal Music Group header word. OK, this is right, Universal Music Group is a header word, and it has those two subheader words. The last point that we will cover is modifying the word's fonts. You can change the font of any term in the index to appear with a different styling in the final index. Let's set the two subheader words here to have a smaller size font. We will highlight them. Right-click any of them, then select Edit Font. You can change the font type, size, color, bold or italic. We will just decrease their font size. And press OK to apply the changes. The changes take effect in the results table as you can see here. That is enough. We will click Next. We will append this index to our book. Write it to a new PDF file. And write it to a new text file. We will click Start Writing. Success! Let's check how the index looks like in those three files. Click the Open button, and the program will open the three output files. This is our book, and the index is appended at the end of it. The header and subheader words appear fine. This is the index written to a new PDF file. And this is the index written to a new text file. We have explained in brief how to use PDF Index Generator to create an index for your book. If you need a detailed explanation for specific points, then please check our website for more video tutorials. That's the end of this tutorial. Thank you.